few names and just tell me what you think about them. Maybe if you have history with them, you can talk about it, or what you would think about a potential matchup with them. The obvious one to start off with, the guy who has won this division the last 2 times, JT Torres.
Very tough guy. See how he put up some good strategies to fight the big names. Like the last time I saw him fighting Gary or Lucas Lepre, I think it was one of the matches that I really like to watch, not only because of the level of the match, but the coldness that you could see to put up on a strategy and keep it up for like 20, 15 minutes straight, no stop. And it was something like unbelievable how he performed on those events. I know that's a very tough fighter, but I'm training to, of course, go there and give a good show and do my best to get the event. I'm just looking forward to be facing the division, and if we face in the finals, the first, on the second, it just doesn't matter. I know it's going to be fun.
The other returning medalist, that obviously Wagner bumped up, so the other returning medalist from 2019 would be Gary Tonin.
Gary Tonin is someone that I've been looking a lot because his style is just like something very cool to watch. I remember the first time I saw his fight was with Kron Gracie, which is someone that I really liked. Actually, I didn't say about Kron because I forgot, but I really like to watch also Kron matches. He wasn't able to get a world title on gi, but he won ADCC. And his style is just something that I really like to watch, like always going for the submission. And the moment I saw him fighting Gary and he couldn't like get the submission on Gary, he couldn't get a hold, I was like, okay, that's something I gotta be paying attention because this guy's gonna be something. And I was just like all the time looking for his fights, and I wouldn't get bored of watching it all the time with the Kanibasami, all the time with the leg lock attacks, the passing styles and all. It's just very cool to watch him. I think it would be a very good matchup if we face on the ADCC, and I just don't know what to expect from those fights.
Former silver medalist, I think 2-time silver medalist, Lucas Lepre.
Lucas is like an idol for me. As I said before, I really like to watch him on gi. Eventually, I would look to him to also with his no-gi matches. It's somewhat that if I could choose, I would choose just to face on the final because I'm very, how can I say, I'm very attached to his way, the person he is. I think he's someone that I really like, and I wouldn't be enjoying the match as much as I would with other people if we face like in the first, second, or third round. But I really would like to see him getting an ADCC title because that's the only title that he's missing. And if we face it in the final, I wouldn't like be with any doubts on my head. I could of course try to do a good matchup, but I wouldn't have a problem to give him the title because that's the only thing that's missing on his career, and I really love to see his success.
A guy, I know you've gone against your brother, I think you've gone against him, Kid Rotolo.
Kid Rotolo is upcoming like me. I think that he's a great fighter, has a great level. His game style, I think, is a little more forward than his brother. I think that he's a little bit less strategy guys. I think he's more like a fight forward, so it'd be very cool to fight him. I know that he's always trying to look for the submission. You could see his previous matches. Many of them ended up on a submission, so I think this matchup would be very good. I've been watching him since he was a kid too, just like my age. So eventually I knew we would be facing many times. And I think a matchup on the first, second, third round, it would be the same thing, just something that I don't know what to expect.
What about Nicky Ryan?
Nicky Ryan, I know he's a very tough guy. I'm just kind of worried about his injuries, as I said before. He's someone that I know what he's capable of, you know. He already demonstrated what he could do. But if he doesn't take care of those injuries, I think that's something that can be a problem in the future. I just hope he's going to be able to perform well, train well, and be okay in the ADCC, because if he's okay, he can show a good statement there. And it would be a very good match too. I think that we have many people that wanted to see this matchup. We already tried to put this match on who's number one. we weren't able because he had the injuries on his knees. But I think that on ADCC would be a very good match.
What about a guy, one of the most incredible stories from the last ADCC from the absolute division,
Lachlan Gillis. I think that's someone I've been looking for a long time. Lachlan is someone that after the last ADCC, it was something amazing, like a 77 kills, just submitting the huge guys. I think the side of the bracket on Absolute Division for him was like the hardest one because he faced Muhammad Ali, he faced Patrick Gaudio, then right after he faced Gordon, I was like, man. And also so he faced like just the big guys. I was like, man, this guy can can do some serious damage. And I've been looking for his game. You can notice that I try to learn also not only from my mistakes. I try to learn from everyone's game. You see that every time that I fight with someone different, I try to learn their techniques, the way they fight, why they do that. And I learned it a lot by watching Michael's fights, also his narratives on FloGrappling and many stuff. So it's pretty cool to watch him. I think it would be a very good matchup. I know that what he's capable of. He already showed what he can do. And yeah, I just don't know what to expect for this fight too.